What up, guys? So good morning and welcome back. So I wasn't really planning to do a review today, but I've been playing with some pomades this week, and it just so happens that like Harrison had some like Admiral matte clay on him. My haircut put my hair at like a relatively short length, so things are pretty optimal to use this product. So I decided to go ahead and like showcase this to you guys and talk about Admiral matte clay. And so in the past, we've looked at, of course, Admiral pomade when it like near the beginning of it, near the beginning of this channel, it was probably like the third review. But then we also looked at Admiral fiber much later on when they first released it and started expanding their line. And then we touched back onto Admiral when they basically did a whole complete marketing revamp. And so now with our promo code, you can get this product for about like a little over $10, I think. And, or was it under? Let me check. Yeah, so you can get it for just a little over $10. And so I also need to mention this time that the promo code the Pomp all caps is a one-time use for you. Sorry I didn't mention that before, and I tried fighting them with it and trying to get it to be like a multi-use promo code, but I mean, this is just how it is. It's a single time use. And so what that means is use it yourself, put a big order in, save as much money as you can. If you do want to buy again, hit up a friend. When he buys, you buy, or there's other ways to work around it if you get it. Anyways, yes, today we'll be looking at Admiral matte clay. And so we'll start off this review like any other by looking at the jar. Here it is, Admiral matte clay. And so we have a new designation on the face along with like a nice navy blue background. This is a light hold product. And on the back, this is also water based, made in the US, 4-ounce jar. And of course, the design work is just clean. Always been a fan of their just simple, minimal design work. Opening it up, you then have the product inside, which you can clearly see looks a lot like Anchor's like teddy board matte. And it kind of actually does perform like it. We'll talk about that later, but a much lighter version. And so on the bottom, you have just directions, but other than that, just your standard jar pomade. Unlike the other products in the Admiral line, the scent of this like matte clay is actually my favorite out of the entire line. Like this one has like a cologne, fresh, clean type of scent. And so like bam, like I really like the smell of this one. So scooping it out, so like I said before, it kind of looks like Anchor's Teddy Boy Matte, but the way it scoops out, you can definitely see that like there's some more dryness to it. I mean, that's like the clay aspect probably kicking in, but it gets smooth, gets all creamy, and applies just like Teddy Boy Matte. But of course, styling will be a little different, though probably the most similar product would be that one. Now, there have been a few new releases of clay products onto the market by these gel pomade companies, such as like Layrite and stuff like that. But those ones have really pushed towards like the kind of heavy hold clay. But honestly, their stuff is absolutely terrible. And out of all like the gel pomade companies, or the larger like lab cooked products, like this clay as a light clay is probably one of the like better options. I've spoken to a few homebrewers who actually are a big fan of their clay. I don't believe it's the best clay on the market, but it's a unique one definitely as like a light clay. Cause like that Layrite cement clay is some absolutely terrible stuff. I mean, like I don't know why they even call it a clay if it's just like they're super hold with an extra bit of dryness. I mean, clay gives you texture, clay gives your life, I mean not your life, your hair a little bit of like personality and life to it. So provide too much like hold, then you really just lose any sort of free formness or any sort of texture. So anyways, like it applies really easily, scoops out a little more brittle than Teddy Boy Matte. Smears in the hand real clean, just into like a nice cream, and then applies real nice, no problems at all. I mean, this is a light hold product, so if there was any issues, we have a big issue with that, because if it's only going to provide a light hold, then there shouldn't really be any sort of issues applying it. And of course, as a clay product, we'll be going for like a looser type of pompadour today, and we'll just kind of go with the flow. Well, with the product applied, go ahead and start combing everything back. Looks like it combs back pretty damn easily. Obviously, light product, and in addition, it's a clay, and so you got that nice kind of dryness that just allows your comb to just move through, your hands to move through, and everything to just flow real easily, because that allows like the hair separation, which gives you texture later on. But of course, since we're going for like a looser pompadour, we're not going to go for a part. We're just basically going to try to form like the pomp, give it some time to just go ahead and settle into form, then come back, comb it again, come back, comb it again until we're happy, and then we're just going to go ahead and finger comb and like kind of mess it up a little bit. Alright, damn, so that was actually a lot faster than normal. Like the nice thing is like when I work for clay, I don't work for a blow dryer, so I just style it, walk away, do other stuff that I need to do in the morning to get ready, come back, touch up, come back, touch up, and I kind of do useful things in the meantime rather than kind of adding complicated like steps to my morning. So it looks like we already got a great shape. So what I'm gonna do is basically just hand comb the sides down, get them into like a general like shape that we want, and then basically come in at the sides and just hand comb it in, mess things up a little bit, and get a real nice just like shape and form to it, nice natural flow, rather than like a super clean slicked back like pomp of some type. So yeah, you have to be careful. This is a lighter product, so it's not like other clays where you can be really aggressive with it. So just gotta keep that in mind. And in all truth, they designed this product to be more used with kind of something like what my brother styles, which is like a nice low, kind of loose like side part. And that's like the optimal use of this product. Then of course, if you don't like it, you come back, you can recomb it, it's pretty easily and stuff like that. So overall, like consistency, this product feels like a brittle version of like uh, Anchor's Teddy Boy Matte. And so it's like a nice creamish that kind of is a little more brittle. Once you smear it in your hands, you get this nice, easy, soft like cream to work with. Applying is really easy, combing through is real nice. And so it also has like just a touch above neutral or shine, but it still looks natural. So that's actually really impressive and really nice, whether they meant to do it or not. But you get your normal, natural shine, but you get a little touch more, make your hair look a little healthier. And this is unusual because this product was like white, it's like a cream, and typically for like my black hair, it actually like dulls it out. But I don't really see that happening, so pretty happy with that. Um, the strength, definitely like a lightweight, and obviously with the weight of this product, like it feels like a lightweight too, so it doesn't feel overbearing, doesn't feel super gunky in any way, which is real nice. And so what has that aspect has really made me like this product, since it's all not all like light and clean. The clay aspect, you get texture. It doesn't give you the most texture out of any sort of clay, but it does step up beyond what other labels in its general vicinity have like provided us. So better than what we've seen. And at the price point it offers, like a little over $10, like it basically cleans out any other like lab cooked product. Like not counting home brewers and like what home brewers have done and stuff like that, but in comparison like later, right, all the other major companies, like this price point, this performance, this cleanliness, can't be beat so far. But of course, we'll go out throughout the whole day and you actually see how your hair turns out. And you gotta take into account this is a clay product and this is a light hold clay product, so we kind of do know what to expect and we kind of already have a vision of what it would be like. But of course, I'll show you guys. So yeah, be back in a few hours and we'll go from there. Alright, what up guys? So I'm back now, end of the day. Let's go ahead and look at kind of just what happened to the product after the entire day. So with a clay pomade, I mean, we don't really expect it to stay perfect the entire day. I mean, unless we're using one of the really heavy ones or one of the really strong ones, then yes, we kind of expect it to keep the general shape. But the purpose and the reason why we even use like a light hold or even a medium hold clay is to basically maintain the ability to like kind of hand comb it throughout the day. And the nice part is that like once your pomp gets messed up, and it is bound to get messed up, you just finger comb it into like a nice clean like loose type of slick back, and it maintains its overall aesthetics. It looks like nice and it has a little different form, something at least a little different than just an overly clean pomp. So the endurance, this is a light hold product. And so the endurance, it will last for about 3 or 4 hours, up to 3 or 4 hours to keep that main pomp you had. But then after that, you'll start like losing it. And then if you're in the heat, then it really will start evaporating. But the nice part is that unlike some of the other clay products, it doesn't leave your hair all super dry and unhealthy. Like it still feels nice. And you can see there's still like a nice luster to my hair. Restylability, I mean, you can see it stays soft. And you can't say this with many of the other like water-based gel pomade companies, new like clay products. Like absolutely not. Those actually dry up, whereas this one absolutely doesn't, which is really cool. Rinsability, washes out completely. Hardness, doesn't harden up. And overall, it's really nice. And like, yes, like Admiral matte clay receives my seal of approval because of its price point and just its overall versatility. It's not the best clay pomade or clay product on the market. I mean, if you in terms of styling like a nice, tall, like voluptuous, loose pompadour, but for what it's made for, it's actually like excellent. Like for example, other kind of large companies that release like clay pomades, like Layrite cement clay, absolutely terrible. Super strong, but not a clay at all. And then you have J.S. Sloan caviar clay, probably one of the worst clays I ever used. Like it's almost unusable. Then you have other products like Hansei Fuko Claymation, absolutely terrible. That thing actually hardens up just like gel pomade. And so out of these larger companies, there's a huge range of clay pomades, all of which cost more than this one right here, all of which perform terribly. I mean, just not what a clay pomade is. A true clay pomade pushes towards like the Baxter clay, a little kind of towards like the Lockhart's matte clay, but the Lockhart's matte clay and Admiral matte clay are probably price point. Baxter has amazing performance, but that price for that small of a jar is just absurd and out of range for most people. So yeah, I mean, I like this one because it's light. It's different from the others. It's like a light one that doesn't really like make your hair feel unhealthy like the Lockhart's matte clay or the Baxter clay both do. And so this one right here is only 10 bucks with my promo code with Admiral. So you can pick this thing up with like a little over $10. And you also have the other options of like the fiber, the regular pomade, and the clay. So it's a huge range for just a little over 10 bucks each. And for 4 ounces, so the reason why I get like the approval is just, I mean, per price, this thing is just exceptional. Like you're not gonna find another clay this cheap with this much product and also performs just what you need. But yeah, so anyways, this has been a review for Admiral matte clay. Other than that, I hope you guys had a good weekend and good luck on Monday tomorrow.